day.
Good day to you.
I'm Henry. He sent me to search for a
Of course I will.
Bonnie.
It's not the name I was baptized in our craft. What should we call you? Well, you know what? Did you...
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there.
I've got something here.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek, just so you know. While we're...
He did.
And
I'm curious to... I'm mostly curious.
I'm more worried that... So, if... But that's enough of that. I'd like... But if you're in a hurry to...
I need to know how...
Whatever you say. Before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, it has to be scraped. I'm not going to lie to you. Anyhow, now all the...
Barrel is...
For the whole trust, unfortunately,
6 times.
I reckon so, if you're looking for it.
Certainly. Well, you,
Don't forget that saltpetre crystals are... Well, a salt...
Crazel said saltpetre is...
God's mistake.
And he also wanted me to taste it.
Unfortunately,
Jesus.
not exactly, but I have an idea. A person...
You mean an...
Exactly.
Well, I haven't met...
The cemetery is beyond...
So I'm in for...
Seems like it. I learned a lot during that time.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old He's always dragging those carcasses.
Good idea.
He lives lots of luck, the Wolf of Scarlets. See you soon, my friend.
You must be the local gravedigger, right? I'm Henry.
Ignatius, master of the sod, at your service. Looking for a final resting place? Or do you need to bury a dead goat?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpetre pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpetre pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it. And that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about salty Peter? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something first. I have some collections from some Slatigo farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave-digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella. You'll be a good helper.
I have a better idea. You tell me where I can find that pit, and I'll give you a nice piece of fresh meat for it.
I won't say no to that. Show me what you have. Oh, aye, fresh meat. What a feast that'll make! Now, listen closely. That pit of yours lies at the end of a long journey that we'll take together on my wagon.
So you got meat out of me for nothing?
When I see how much you lot in Lower Samine are interested in it, I'm not just going to hand it to you on a plate. But thanks for the meat, and don't worry about a thing. Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services. And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
Of course, I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you. I wouldn't like to lose the honor I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honor if you let them. So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
Let's get this over with then.
Didn't you understand me? We ain't going nowhere now. Like I said, be here at daybreak. That's between night and day. Do you understand?
Is there some place I can wait?
Of course, if you've got nothing better to do, you can... If you know how to read, I have a book hidden in... In fact, you...
And where can I sleep?
At the inn in Truskowitz. Get a good breakfast. Here's a little something. God bless.
I don't know if I'm completely ready for this. But let's get going.
The dew is still on the leaves. The roads are clear. Hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragonfly here will take care of us. Did I bring that stuff for Visor? Meat? Bane? Aesop? Got it all. Good. Come on, then. Get a move on. We've got a long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your arse won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Well, you could say that. I help the miller with whatever I can. I got a place to sleep there. Soon I'll be able to call the miller uncle.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Samine round these parts. Crazel don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation, but his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that Bonnie of yours belong to that gang too? Nothing to say? You must have something to hide then. We're off to a nice start. Lower Samine's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk. Some on account of the competition. Some is just rubbed up the wrong way by that Crazel. Either way, all they need's the slightest excuse to grab their pitchforks. Go and grab the miller and shove his face right in his own millstone. Lazy bugger. Yeah! Whoa, boys, whoa! What's going on here? Come on. Come on! Are you deaf? Oh, they're acting stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years.
It looks mysterious. What treasures might be hidden there?
You'll soon see. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. There's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon. Yeah! Yeah! Finally. At least we're not blocking the road too much.
Oh, Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
Idea what you're on about, fella.
Two stinking bastards.
Hey, we've got another one
Hey!
over here.
I want to talk to you. Drop it and get over here.
I'll be done right away. Just calm down.
And then get over here. Get over here, now!
That's supposed to be a threat?
That's right. Get over...
What's going on, Ignatius?
Ah, Henry. Right on time. I asked you about things in Lower Samine, and you swore it was as clean as a well-gnawed bone. You remember, don't you? So now you can deal with this yourself. And please, make sure we leave with the same number of teeth we came with.
What?
2 stinking pieces of some scruffy and dunger.
You'll have to... You're telling me a couple of...
You know what they say?
But in broad daylight, didn't it occur to you that the two of them... She was afraid she'd go to hell for so she suddenly started spreading rumours.
She wasn't the only one. Well...
Ask around about me again, and you'll... So let's not waste...
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you're happy...
Of course.
You can...
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas. Maybe...
Do you want to keep going or not?
Not much left for us to...
The next farm's just... Don't worry. That was just a kind of little favour for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jdar with their carcasses.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died. So we'll scoop 'em up and haul 'em off. I mean, you'll scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
All right, that's what you get. People sin here in their seclusion, thinking they're out of sight of our Lord.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
All right, I'll see what's going on there.
And I'm going to enjoy having a helper. At least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly.
Those pigs came here to drink. Where to now? I can smell something upstream. If I leave, Ignatius will go without me. It really wasn't a curse. No wonder the pigs caught some...
Well, what do you know? I'll give you a hand.
God bless.
Jesus. This is disgusting.
Pretty hefty, eh? They lived like royalty here.
Pigs are heavier than deer, eh?
Ew. Is this really worth it?
What's next? Are we going?
I took care of the carcasses.
Nice.
Yeah.
But nicely in the... Let's keep going. Now, lads, seeing as how you don't obey me, you're surely horsing around today. So far it ain't that bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
Well, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course, it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Visor. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself at the farmstead. I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. He'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me. Lazy bones. Yeah! Yeah!
Hail Mary.
Oh, Sakra! The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to?
Look, Henry, how come you're here?
Bonnie?
What are you doing?
Now, first, tell me what you're doing here.
He's no beast. I came here to save him.
You mean steal him?
For I'll take care of him.
Bonnie, he's been paid to. It's the last thing I need to do.
It's not the animal when Zenek and I were. He doesn't give it. You wouldn't kill a dog.
What, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better Christian than I thought you were. I'll take him to the lair. We'll meet there.
Hurry off now, before someone sees us together.
Come on now, boy. You'll like it in the lair.
It's taken care of.
Taken care of?
The dog is dead.
Dead, eh?
Well, I did it exactly how...
Oh, aye.
I dipped the meat as soon as... It was insane!
Insane, or...
Yes, yes!
Yeah, right. Henry, stop.
I set the dog...
For fuck, we was a...
Bonnie from the mill...
Well, fuck.
Oh, she'll take...
Aye, surely, because if... Let...
So this is it. This is the pit.
Slowly, boy, slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it? Are you yanking my pizzle again?
Of course not. True, it used to be one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more nitre you'll have. Are you going to take some...
I won't. The miller will probably...
Well, they'd better not dig. And soon they'll find out that...
Well,
You're going to taste it?
it's the only way I can be certain it...
God's nails. Wait a moment. I can't say I'm all that, but I don't want you to... Although, to tell the...
That's a shame.
If you're trying to come out, here's something that'll definitely... Either with me...
Thanks.
Taste it then. Get to it. This I have got to see. You didn't have to make such a feast of it.
Look at me. From a Lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers.